Uit Zuid-Afrika was een Macbeth-productie in heel eigentijds jasje gestoken. Regisseur Brad Bailey verplaatste het Shakespeare-drama van middeleeuws Schotland naar hedendaags Congo. Met een topcast en veel mooie Verdi-noten. Een van de hoogtepunten van het festival.
There are a lot of Congolese refugees living in Cape Town, where I live. And a lot of them come from this conflict area. And I managed to meet a group of them, many of them who had been ex-child soldiers. And there was one young man of about 22 who, when he was 15 or 16, he went to the market in his village one day. And a group of soldiers arrived in trucks, and they rounded up all the young men, put them in a truck, drove for 2 days into the jungle, beat them, and then trained them to become soldiers. And every time they were sent into conflict, they had to take drugs. And this young man said that one day when he'd come out of a conflict and when the drugs had worn off, he'd realized he'd gone into his own village and shot up his own people. And I asked him would he ever go back to his village. He said, no, how can I go back? I would never be able to look them in the eyes. And this became the backstory for Macbeth.
Verdi and Fabri also the composer and the orchestra as well. The music is more Western, but we do it in an African way. And I think that is the brilliant part of it. Artistically, it's a good work that Brad is doing, the intelligence that you have to sit down and think. Sometimes you think it's a comedy at some point, but it's not.
So, at the end, love was not the issue. Power was the issue.
And she would call me a young boy, and I would try by all means to prove to her that I'm a man, and I would do everything that she tells me to do, like to go and kill, brutal killing. Even my friend Banco, I'd go and kill him. Organize some guys. You know what? Kill that motherfucker. Sorry.
If you look at a lot of what happens in Africa, what is this power about? It's about the bling of MTV in the United States, this TV power, to be a pop star. At one point I thought, what does Macbeth want? Macbeth wants to bring out his own CD. He wants to be a hip-hop star, and so I created this completely absurd thing where they are so over-costumed, and it's the bling and the mirror balls, and they just want to be divas on stage. And then at the moment of their great banquet where she is singing this karaoke Brindisi, suddenly the ghost rises, this almost like the unconscious material starts to crack through and everything starts to shatter. And then we go into this very bleak, dismal scene where the humor is stripped away completely. And it's just looking at the crazy absurdity of kleptocracy, of the bad taste of dictators.
stava portando il schifo.